So you just got done spring cleaning and you feel amazing. You went through your whole house and now you have boxes of junk that you no longer need. And it's really exciting. And there you have a couple of board games, a few books that you got done reading, some clothes that you guys have outgrown, and a couple of cans of paint that are halfway full. Wait a minute. What are you going to do with all those boxes of junk? Where's the hassle? What are you going to do? How are you going to get rid of it? I have a one-word solution for you that'll be quicker than you loading everything into the car, driving to your local dump, and unloading it. FreeCycle. Today I'm going to talk to you about what FreeCycle is, how simple it is to use, the great benefits you get from using it, and what it can do for your community. Let's start today by talking about what FreeCycle is. FreeCycle is an amazing online network. It is a nonprofit organization that was started by a gentleman named Duran Beal in May of 2003. It says in the article found in trade journals called FreeCycle, Stink at the Dump, the whole reason why FreeCycle was started by Beal was, quote, to avert the creation of a giant landfill in the middle of Arizona's Sonora Desert, end quote. Bill heard that they wanted to create a landfill in his community in Arizona, and he wanted to find a better way to get rid of unwanted possessions, and he came up with the concept of FreeCycle. It states on the FreeCycle's website that you can find at www.freecycle.org that, quote, Beal set up the first FreeCycle email group in a way that permitted everyone in Tucson to give and to get, end quote. The FreeCycle is an online community network for the community for people to get rid of their unwanted possessions and find new homes for people who are in need of them for free. In an article found, it's called FreeCycle, Stink at the Dump, it sums it up by saying that, quote, the FreeCycle concept works like this. Through a website of registered users, donors list items they have available, and visitors browsing the site contact the donor via email for the two parties to make private arrangements for a moneyless exchange of goods, end quote. 9 years later, as it states on FreeCycle's homepage at www.freecycle.org, FreeCycle is made up of over 5,074 groups with over 9,178,324 members from over 85 countries around the world. It's expanded a lot since 2003. Now that I explained to you what FreeCycle is, let's talk about how simple it is to use it. To use FreeCycle is very easy. You join by using your email account, and you choose the city that you live in as your local FreeCycle community group. And that allows everything that you post to get rid of or that you're in want of to be sent to everybody else in the same community group and vice versa. Now, to get rid of your unwanted possessions, you create an email. It's buried in your email account under your FreeCycle group, and you want to use the title description offer because you're offering something that you no longer want, but just a brief description in the title. And then in the body of the email, you can include any information that you want about the product. And what I did is, for an example, in Alaska, we use a lot of snow clothes. You need 3 to 4 sets of everything. My kids outgrew a bunch of snow clothes that I had. And to show you how much, I literally had a bin of hats, gloves, scarves, mittens, wool socks, and then I had a whole box full of snow pants that I needed to get rid of. So what I did is I went onto my local community FreeCycle, and I wrote the word offer, and then kids snow clothes, and a brief description of the sizes. I posted onto FreeCycle, and within 2 hours later, I had 8 replies, made arrangements with somebody that I chose from a response of an email, and they picked it up. And that whole 2 boxes of snow clothes was completely gone. What you want to do is if you're looking for something off of FreeCycle, you want to create an email within your FreeCycle group, and you want to use the word wanted in the description, in the subject line. And then what you want to do, I'm sorry, I'm trying to move this, is you want to write a brief description in your title line of what you're looking for, what the item is that you need. We wanted a fish tank, but it's a lot of money to buy a fish tank, the fish, the rocks, the setup, the whole 9 yards. So I thought I could at least get a good start and save some money if I maybe posted on FreeCycle of anybody who had unwanted fish tank supplies. So I went on there and I wrote fish tank, but in the description I just wrote, I would like any working fish tank and or any fish tank stuff. I figured it's not going to hurt at least to ask. Maybe I can get a 5-gallon tank that somebody has in the garage and I can clean it up and use it. Well, when I posted on my Juneau, Alaska Free Cycle group, this is what I got in response. I'm going to show you. I got a 15-gallon fish tank. And with that 15-gallon fish tank came 6 fish, coral, a sunken ship, fish supplies, fish food, water conditioner, net, and everything I needed. And it has a running filter and a heater. We had a couple more fish, but unfortunately my fish tank skills are not the best. My point is I posted on there that I was looking for some fish tank supplies, and I got some. I was really excited. Either way, if you post offer or wanted, you're going to get responses, and when you do, you pick which one you want to work with, you email them privately, and set up arrangements. When the item that you are offering is taken, or the item that you're looking for is received, you need to follow through with the group. And for example, for the offer, you need to go back and write the word, send another email group that says taken in the description or the subject line with the same description you used for your offer. And then the same goes for wanted. You want to write the word received in the subject line and then the same description that you wrote in the wanted email. Therefore, everybody in your group is aware that the thing that you were looking for or offering is gone. Now, when you make arrangements with people, it's very important to follow the rules that Free Cycle has. Number 1, being safe. Number 2, making sure it's done within a 3-day exchange. There's a couple of rules of things that you're not allowed to post that are not safe: food, medicine, yourself, your kids. And to find a list of everything on their website, and it's really just a page, you can actually just go to the Free Cycle, www.freecycle.org, and click on Facts and Questions. And there's a rules and etiquette guideline page. And it's just a brief description of things that you can and cannot do and how the Free Cycle works overall. Now that I explained to you how simple it is to use Free Cycle, let's talk about the great benefits you get from using your Free Cycle email community. Benefit. It's free. Free Cycle is 100% free. It's free to join, it's free to use, it's free to receive and to get rid of stuff. No fees attached, whatever. Actually, one of their #1 rules is that anything that you post on there cannot have any money attached to it at all. Everything is within the community is free. Another great benefit to using Free Cycle is that it allows you to get rid of your unwanted possessions. All the junk that you call junk, of things that you used to love and to use that you no longer need or want, gets to be passed on to somebody else who's looking for probably the exact same item that you have sitting in one of those boxes full of junk that you no longer need. You know the saying that they say, one man's junk is another man's treasure? That's the whole purpose of Free Cycle. It also allows you to feel great about yourself. You're passing along things that you no longer need. You get rid of things out of your house, so the junk is gone. You were able to help solve somebody else's problem of things that they were looking for, because you were able to give them something that they needed. You were able to post something that you wanted, that you needed, without spending money buying that item, and so you outsourced to solve a solution for your own problem. It was free. I received my fish tank for free. The only thing I needed to add to it was water. And also, the main thing that's a great benefit, it's going to keep less trash out of your landfill. It's also going to be extremely helpful for people who are in need of new things. You know, it's financially, it's tight, and to be able to buy everything that you want and need is hard. And a couple examples: the new person who just graduated college, who needs to fill their home up with new items such as a couch, a bed, linen, silverware, all that stuff you can find on Free Cycle. Or a new mother who needs new baby clothes or bottles or receiving blankets, she can post on there. It's also going to help your local charity that's looking for donations for a garage sale, where all the profits are then going to help the family who lost their home due to a fire. So there's some great benefits you get from using Free Cycle. Now that I explained to you some great benefits that you as a consumer can have with Free Cycle, let's talk about how Free Cycle can help your community. Free Cycle can help your community in tremendous ways. It's going to keep your landfills less filled, and Found on the FreeCycle website, www.freecycle.org, they state in their history and background page that, quote, we are currently keeping over 500 tons a day out of the landfills. This amounts to 5 times the height of Mount Everest in the past year alone when stacked in garbage trucks, end quote. It's also going to strengthen the community by bringing people together to share. It's a great feeling to pass on things that you have that you no longer need, and somebody else gets joy out of it. So as a community, it really brings people together and helps them have that passion. Author Wendy Preisnitz, who's the author of the article Trash to Treasures that's found in a magazine called Natural Life, states that sites like FreeCycle are, quote, helping to build community by connecting like-minded people in local neighborhoods and around the world, end quote. FreeCycle is also going to help the community by cutting back the need to spend. It's going to help people in the community save money, not have to run out and spend their money on every little thing that they need and they want. So it's going to help the consumers in the community. Excuse me. It says that on the FreeCycle website, states on their history page found at freecycle.org about/background that, quote, by giving freely with no strings attached, members of the FreeCycle network help instill a reuse of generosity of spirit as they strengthen local community ties and promote environmental sustainability, and they reuse, end quote. So, and generally, by passing on your items, you're helping the community. So now that I explained to you different ways that FreeCycle can help your community, let's look at everything we talked about today. I explained to you what FreeCycle is, how simple it is to use, the great benefits you get as a consumer, and the great ways that FreeCycle helps your community. Now, you have all those boxes of junk. What are you going to do with them? Use FreeCycle. It's an amazing network. I bet there's somebody who can use a stack of clothes, somebody who would love to read these books that you're done and play a couple board games with their kids. And all those cans of paint that you're looking to fill, the local Boy Scouts group could use them to do their summer project.